Okay, SpeechLogix, I just want to make it quick. We work with service providers. We only deploy it. We have a three-way CPaaS, UCaaS, and CCaaS at the same time. The platform was designed for service providers to enable new products. We are a proud member of CPaaS Alliance, and we are a proud global partner of Zoom. How does that translate? Because we take their technologies, we add it into our meeting platform, and then the rest is all ours. So we are trying to do the best of the breed for all these services when it comes to making these service providers unique, and we enable them to become CPaaS players. So the showcase today is about a leading fintech in Saudi Arabia. So I call it the CPaaS 3.0 use case. How's that? We have transformed this specific customer 6 months ago from being taking calls, like customers wanted to apply for a loan. They make a call to the contact center, and this is where the key challenges were. They used to spend a lot of time getting an agent. Once they're connected, a lot of time was consumed for, ask the questions, verify their identity, and also this identity has been, verification has been compromised because they literally say their ID, their name, and their bank information, all that stuff. It was a very negative feedback at the beginning. And there was not a lot of users who wanted to do that solution to get that loan approved. So, and even the due diligence and the forms and whatnot used to take so much time, at least a week worth of going back and forth, get that fintech company or the loan company, get that manual verification on the government and the credit check, and the ID, which is getting that also the central bank verification as well. So the average wait time used to be 10 minutes minimum. 45 minutes was the full end-to-end call. So with this specific Zane calls, they call the platform Zane calls, which is 2.0. We managed to get a real-time authentication. So I just want to make this quick. And I want to do a screen share from my phone. So this used to be their app. This is their app, right? And they can, apply for the loan from their mobile phone. And they use the mobile phone only because of the phone number and because of the SMS verification as well. And if in case they wanted to send anything for verification, they use the phone number, so the mobile phone. Otherwise, they're not allowing you to apply for the loan from your computer. But if you want to, even these parameters used to be, or now we have enabled it to be real-time changes, which means this customer called Tamam. Tamam means it's all good, right, in Arabic. So they used to have these parameters real-time changing, which means if they are at least 20 years of age, younger than 65, all these questions are actually real-time, which means the Tamam can actually change them anytime, and they can be inflected into the backend. So these parameters are kind of changes, and the minute with these new parameters, the CPaaS platform of ours can actually listen to these new commands every time. However, I won't be able to do this because it's equation-based. Unfortunately, because I have to be physically in Saudi to be able to, if I'm eligible, then I have to start registration, I have to have a local ID, and I have to have a local phone number. So it's a half showcase, I would say. But
a real customer?
But it's a real customer. So I won't be able to apply for the loan. Otherwise, if we are in Riyadh, then we would be able to do that. So, but with that, I wanted to give you the result of what happened. So the minute we do these authentications, so We solve the problems with the CPaaS, with automated identity resolution. So we have our APIs connected to the to the central bank, verifying their credit history and bank information and bank balance and whatnot, making sure that pay stubs go monthly on time, so this guy is actually employed. The second thing is the identity management, where we connect with a specific database for the central intelligence of the government, making sure, yeah, this ID is valid, and we verify this with SMS. Once it happened and a loan is approved, that's what happened. You get a loan approval in the app. After you verify this information, then they will say, okay, would you like to continue? Would you like to accept the offer? Before this happens, we make a phone call through CPaaS, of course, collecting all this information that he entered, and we verified at the back end, and we collectively dial out a call to the customer and say, hey, Mr. Customer, your name is this, your ID is this. Of course, it's all automated. And they will tell you, you have been approved by this loan, and then would you like to continue, yes or no? And then if he wants to continue, he will be able to schedule a call with the contact center agent of Tamam, and they will they'll call the customer to finally verify and move forward with the loan. So I just want to play what the voice call looked like. The sample voice call that customers receive from the CPaaS. I don't think there's no voice.
The quality of service. This call will be recorded.
Okay.
A call from Tamam. Tamam للتمويل. This is a call from Tamam Finance Company. لغتك المفضلة. In order to improve the quality of service, this call will be recorded. To protect yourself from fraud, never share your login details with anyone. Tamam only operates through our mobile application and doesn't have sales agents. Please contact us immediately if anyone contacts you representing themselves as a sales agent of Tamam. Please confirm if you want to proceed with the Tamam Personal Finance application. Your finance amount is 10,000 Saudi Riyal, 20 halala, and the tenure is 1 month. Please press 1 to confirm or 2 to decline. You have declined your Tamam Personal Finance application, and we will take this as a finance application cancellation request.
I know,
Thank you.
I know.
Have a
So just to quickly think, so our engine, or let's say, I wouldn't call it AI engine because it looks like AI engine, but we developed an engine that can get all this information wrapped into a voice call, including the numbers. So maybe Rashid knows Arabic. It's very difficult to say the numbers in Arabic. So we made that engine to understand, for example, 10,533 riyals and 55 cents. It's very difficult to say it in Arabic. So you have a lot of verbs and everything. We have developed this engine in both Arabic and English. And that is, kind of one of our sweet spots because we have our engines and we did it the way that's really understood. It's like a human being talking. What we have improved, and that's the result of this showcase, is that we have improved more than 80% of contact center agent time. And that was super beneficial for the customer because they used to stay out like literally 50 minutes as an average to close a deal with a guy or customers who was like looking for loans. Now it's down to 6 minutes. And the 6 minutes are really in one thing. Calling a final call, which is, okay, for example, yes, if you accept the loan, click 1, then a scheduled call will be done to the customer, say, okay, you have been accepted, here you go, would you like to continue? That's an average of 5 minutes to close the deal of the loan. So with that, I think that's
all right.
The end of my...
It's a great commercial use case. All right, let's turn it over to the judges.
Utter rubbish. No. Could you imagine if I was like that? Like, imagine?
Like Simon?
Yeah, that's my Simon. Great job, obviously. What was the purpose of the sample voice call? Why can't that be done just?
Well, what happens is that the voice call, after the customer applies for the loan, with all the verification that happen automatically with the backend, the CPaaS platform, which is we call the SpeechLogix, we get all these inputs from different parameters, if you will, and wrap it in a voice call, a standard voice call, whether it's in both languages, Arabic or English, and the dialer will call the customer just to confirm that he applied for the loan, he has all these kind of information, if he would like to continue. And if he would like to continue, then it's an automatic call queuing to an agent. We made a use case where, with the customer, that what if a customer wanted to apply for a loan after working hours, like let's say 10 p.m., then he would receive all the calls, he will automate everything, except that he will be able to receive the call in the next working days, for example, whenever he would like to be available and receive the call. So that's just a call verification. Besides the SMS verification,
why is that needed? I mean, if you've already verified them, why do you have to verify them with the phone call?
I mean, that's what was a request from the customer. And what we say is that this is an automated, triggered call to verify that this is the way it is. Would you like to continue, yes or no? So I hear what you're saying. Why would they have a voice call? But to me, that's another level of verification. So it's an SMS verification. Yes, I'm done. This is me applying. But at the end of the application, they tell me the amount, matching what I have applied in the app. Like, let's say 10,000 riyals. Then a voice call will say, you got 10,000 riyals, not a different number. So it's just kind of making the customer comfortable. This is
Second factor.
Yeah, second factor verification.
And then what about analytics? Do you also provide analytics to figure out, where people may have stopped during the process and processes to follow up with them?
Yeah, so we give all these dashboards to the operator. And the dashboards have also been transparently given to Tamam, let's say, or the enterprise. So these dashboards are rich. They give you the average timeline, the average even application, because this form that I showed you is an interactive online form. So every time they say, for example, I think they set a timer of 5 minutes. If it's like more than 5 minutes, then they will give a trigger. You've been signed out, forced to sign out, sign in again. All these kind of reports and whatnot are being generated and available for customers.
Okay. Yeah. Great. One last question.
What security mechanisms you have to make sure the channel is secure and minimize the opportunities for fraud?
Can you come to the first part of the question?
What security mechanisms you have for securing the channel and the conversation to minimize the amounts of fraud?
Well, I mean, I don't have a good answer. I'm not security expert, but I believe there's a lot of measures. For example, this specific platform has been integrated with Saudi law enforcement. So LI has been integrated. All the calls are monitored. They're all, and that's why I think the voice call, they ask for the voice call, because that is going to be recorded. It's going to be also sent out to the law enforcement. It's as a copy, it's an LI fully integrated. So, and even the SMS, as I would say, there's no links in it. There's just a verification of an ID with an OTP. There was nothing else that they are making as measures. But
so does the solution require the consumer have a cell phone?
A soft phone, no.
Cell phone.
Cell phone, of course, yes. So it's an app only. So either an Android or an app or an iOS. Other than that, you cannot apply an application through a web. That is why, because they said we need to send an OTP.
So if you want to take a loan out to buy a new smartphone, you're in trouble.
That's right. Good point.
Well, they will have to say 10,000 plus 1,000 to buy.
There you go.
To buy the phone.
All right, let's give Haitham a hand.